I'm going to show you how I make money selling online on Facebook Marketplace using drop shipping. I'm also going to show you what you need to know to start making money on Facebook Marketplace today. And I'm also going to show you where to find products to sell on Facebook Marketplace. Plus, if you stay all the way until the end, I will give you my very free ebook that I created for beginners on how to start selling on Facebook Marketplace. So if all these topics interest you, stay tuned and let's get right into the video. So let's answer the question, how can you make money selling on Facebook Marketplace? So I'm going to give you 4 ways that you can start making money on Facebook Marketplace. And the very first one is going to be finding products to sell. You cannot start a store on Facebook Marketplace if you don't have any products to sell. So now that I'm talking about products, and one of the ways to get started is by finding products to sell, you may be asking your question is, hey Daniel, where do I find these products? And I'm glad that you actually asked that question, but we'll get to that a little bit later on in the video, so please stay tuned and watch all the way until the end. But for now, going back to the original question is, how can you make money by selling on Facebook Marketplace? Let's go ahead and move on to point number 2. So the second thing you must know if you want to start selling on Facebook Marketplace, it's going to be finding opportunities within products that you select to sell and doing the analysis and see whether or not that product is, 1, is good to sell, and 2, you can actually generate some profits by selling that product on Facebook Marketplace. And this is how you can find opportunities. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to find the product on Facebook Marketplace, search for it and see what other competitors might be selling the product, analyze how much they're pricing the product for. You can also do some simple calculations and figure out what their profits are. I can go into more depth as how to calculate profits on a future video, but in order to stay on track with the information that I'm sharing today, I'm just going to say, just do your own analysis and figure out the profit. And once you have that information, also look for whether or not the seller might be charging for shipping. That may be another indicator that perhaps the seller of the product that you selected might be also making some additional profits based on the shipping that they're asking their customer to pay. So take those things into consideration, and that will help you to make a better informed decision about whether or not to sell a product. So without getting too far ahead, I just mentioned to you to keep an eye out for sellers who might be selling their products and charging shipping. The reason why this is important is because depending on what supplier that competitor might be using, depending on the price of the item, perhaps that item ships for free from the supplier that they are using, whether it might be Overstock or Home Depot. Keep an eye out for that, because if the item ships for free, then whatever the seller is charging for shipping to the customer on Facebook Marketplace turns into automatic profit for you. So I just wanted to give a little more clarity on the reason why I was mentioning to also analyze on shipping. Now, moving on to step number 3. First, we talked about finding a product. And number 2, we talked about making sure that we find competitive pricing and profits in order to be able to successfully sell that particular product on Facebook Marketplace. Now, number 3 on how to sell on Facebook Marketplace is basically comes down to listing your item for sale on the platform. And this actually takes a couple steps in order for you to successfully get your listing onto Facebook Marketplace. Now, I will make a future video where I walk through step by step how to list items, but for right now, I just want to give you some pointers as far as things you have to look out for when you are creating your listing. Number 1 is you're going to want to create a very optimized title. So you want to use a lot of very good relevant keywords on your title so that customers can easily find your product. Number 2, you want to make sure you're using images and pictures that clearly show the customer the item that they're buying, because you want to build trust. You want to make sure that when the customer visits your Facebook Marketplace shop, that the item looks clear, it's visible, and it clearly depicts the product that they're buying. So that way the customer will feel more confident and will be higher, and there'll be a higher probability that the customer will purchase from you as opposed from a competitor who either doesn't have any images or the images are not very clear. So number 3 is you're going to have to make sure you have some of a product description on your listing. So you want to make sure that you input at least some attributes that will help the customer make an informed decision. For example, color or the size of the product, how much it weighs, whether or not there's any accessories or any other relevant information that applies to the product. You want to make sure that you include it on the listing, so that way it will help the customer once again to make a better informed decision. Now that we have covered the steps on how you can make money by selling on Facebook Marketplace, let's go ahead and move on to the next steps, which are how do you get started. So let's go ahead, let's dive into it, and let's see how you can get started selling on Facebook Marketplace today. What do you need to get started selling on Facebook Marketplace? Let me walk you through these 4 points that will clearly outline exactly what you need. So point number 1, the very first thing is going to be is create a Facebook account if you don't already have one. Once you have the account created, there should be a link that points right to Facebook Marketplace. You want to click on that, and once you're there, we're going to go ahead and move on to step number 2. Step number 2 is you're going to want to create a listing, and you're not going to publish it on Facebook Marketplace, but you want to open up and create a listing, and you're going to want to look for the setting at the very bottom where it says if the shipping option is available for you or not. This step is actually very important because I know there still might be some future marketplace sellers that want to sell, but the shipping feature may not have been enabled yet. As of this recording, I am not sure if everyone that has a Facebook account is able to have the shipping feature. I know it varies. If everyone has any information on whether everyone should have that feature available, let me know on the comment section down below, and it will help to clarify that question to everyone who's watching this video. So if you know, give us a comment down, and it will definitely help our community. So if you do have the shipping option available, that's perfect. So that means we can move on to point number 3, and that one is you're going to have to link a bank account to your Facebook Marketplace store. This is going to allow Facebook to send the payments to you once you are starting to sell and you have listings up and running, and that way you'll get paid as quickly as possible. So don't forget, make sure you have your account linked to your marketplace store. Next point, which I think is point number 4. So point number 4 is going to be it is not a requirement, but I do highly recommend, if you have access to a credit line, you might want to use that in order to buy your products whenever they sell. And the reason why I strongly suggest having a credit line is because when you start selling and you start collecting payments, the payments are not automatically paid to you. It does take them about 5 to 7 days on average, maybe a little more. It depends on a case-by-case basis. But you're going to have your funds tied up until all of your items that you sold are shipped, and then the customer confirms that the item was received via the tracking information that you're going to provide your customer. So typically, once all that clears, you should start receiving payments. In the meantime, you're going to need some cash flow in order to buy the product. So that's why I highly recommend you look into a credit card or some other means for cash flow in order to be able to sell on Facebook Marketplace. So that's it. Those 4 points on how to start selling on Facebook Marketplace. So let's go ahead and let's move on to the next session, which is where to find products, and let's deep dive into that next. You might want to start first looking at the product categories that are available through Facebook Marketplace. You can see them right here on your left hand side, all the different categories that are available on Facebook Marketplace. For this example, I'm selecting the home goods section, and once I'm here, I'm placing some just basic filters for all items that are being shipped and all items that are new. So just based on those two search criteria, I start to see a lot of products that are selling on Facebook Marketplace. So if you browse through these items, you can get more or less of an idea of what are some of the products that people are buying and what is it that a lot of sellers are listing on their Facebook Marketplace store. So this is a good place to start doing some brainstorming, some analysis, and a lot of these items are probably found on Walmart as well as from other retail suppliers like Amazon, for example. Is another very commonly used and very liked by other drop shippers who are selling items on Facebook Marketplace. So I found two examples that I want to cover and share with you. So let's get back to those examples right now. If you would like to go in a little more deeper with product research, I'm going to link a video here or right here that is going to walk you through my exact step-by-step process on how I do my product research for finding winning products to sell on Facebook Marketplace. So I highly recommend it. Check the video out. It's really going to be helpful, and I think you'll really enjoy it. Like I said in the beginning, what's going to help you to make money and sell on Facebook Marketplace is going to be selling products that people want to buy. And in order to find these products, first you need suppliers or retailers to find the products that people want to buy. So Walmart is one of the most popular and most commonly used retail suppliers for drop shipping on Marketplace, as well as other marketplaces such as eBay and even Amazon. So for the sake of time, I've already found two products I want to share with you and pretty much show you how easy it is to find the product. And once you have it, you can easily list it on your own marketplace store. So let's get back inside my computer and show you those two products. And that way you have some idea on where to start when you're doing your own product research. So we're back inside my computer, and now we're looking at Walmart's website. And here's a product that is sold on Walmart. Is a bed frame, and this product is actually very popular. I've seen it drop ship across many different marketplaces, and once a product is being drop shipped, it's for a reason, and it's because it's been tested. People want to buy it, and it works. So if you go to Marketplace, here's a listing that I was able to find. And it's the exact same product as the one that you see here. All the images are the same. The only notable difference is the price. So on Walmart's website, it's selling for $69.01. This marketplace seller is selling the item for $99. So right there, do the math, and that's a pretty good profit margin. Now, the only thing I would suggest is to be competitive. So check the competition, see who else might be selling this product, and check their products. Check their prices and just make sure you're priced somewhere in the middle. You don't want to be too low, you don't want to be too high. You want to be competitive. So make sure you also analyze your competition and see where they're selling their products at. Now the next product that I found on Marketplace is this cookware set, and this product is also sold by Walmart. So you go to Walmart's.com's website, and here's the product. So once you find it, it's just a matter of then listing the item and doing some modifications to the title, the product description, and just making sure that your price is competitive. And that's it, and you'll be ready to start selling. So at this point, pretty much it's up to you. You have all the information. Now, I know this is not a full course. This is really more of an overview, but at least it's enough to help you get started. Now, if you remember at the beginning, I said I do have a free ebook, and that ebook is going to be linked at the bottom of this video. So feel free to download it and go through it, and it will probably help you to answer some of the questions that perhaps may have been left unanswered on this video. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave down any comments below if you have any questions. And also, I'm gonna link a video right here where I go into more depth of product research that I've done in the past. So feel free to check this video out. Again, I do thank you for watching, and see you guys next time with a brand new video.